emerged a tiny book, 7 years in Tibet, to do before 25. 4 years went by. Love, lost the great man, working part-time while writing my thesis. My birthday is in February, 6 months until 25. When it comes to traveling to Tibet, there are 3 things you must do. First, know the place. Where it is on the map, what time of the year to visit, what activities you do. Basic things. And yet, the devil's in the details. I'll tell you why in a minute. The second thing you must do when you travel to Tibet and you prepare is reservation. Now, reservation is an umbrella term for any sort of preparation that you have to rely on someone else. I mean, you cannot complete it on your own. A flight ticket, accommodation, but it can also be paperwork, visa, permits, so on. And the final thing is training. Not just physically, but mentally. First, knowing the place. Now, Tibet Autonomous Region is in West China. There are only 2 direct entrances into Tibet, which is either from mainland China or from Nepal. And Tibet is cold. Average altitude of 4,400 meters. That is over 14,000 feet above sea level. That is much higher than the peak of Fuji mountain. In fact, earlier when you said, "Ooh, Oanh's video is uploaded, I'm so happy, I'm on cloud 9." Well, Tibet is even higher than that. Literally. Strong wind, sudden weather changes, low air pressure, and low air pressure means short breath, altitude sickness, murderous sun rays. Murderous. Okay, fine, maybe not murderous, but it could cause serious sunburn or skin cancer. Well, already sounds like one heck of a place for solo backpacking. Now here's the kicker. For travelers, you are required to go on an organized tour. No way you can just willy-nilly backpack around. As you know in the last video, I had to travel to Tibet before February 2020. My only chance was the New Year holiday. Traveling to such a place during the dead of winter was, well, great. Less tourists, first of all. And the second thing is, winter tours are up to 30% cheaper than summer tours. Let me say that again. Up to 30% cheaper. Ooh. Tell me that's not the sexiest thing you've heard all day. Huh? You're welcome. So in September 2019, I got in touch with a travel agent and I kind of had my eyes on one tour, the Lhasa Shigase Everest Base Camp 8-day tour, which included a basic tour obviously, Tibet travel permit. Yes, you do need that. And hotel shared room, which totals $925. Here's the catch. We have to reach Lhasa by ourselves. Back to solo backpacking. Finally, I decided to travel from Tokyo to a city in north central China called Xi'an, based on other travelers' advice, but mainly because of the flight schedule. As the saying goes, the sky's the limit. And the limit was $900. From Xi'an to Lhasa, instead of a quick flight, I opted for a 30-hour train ride, well, because budget friendly, but also because of the fantastic view. You're talking about traveling from the east all the way to the west of China. Well, that's your personal journey to the west. Now, the travel agent would offer to help me purchase the train ticket. All in total is over $1,000. When I finally confirmed the tour, I had to pay an upfront deposit of $300. Within that, 1,000. And now we're done with the money bleeding. Let's come to the next part: paperwork, reservation, and all. First, I have to apply for China visa, and my travel agent would need my China visa to apply for the Tibet permit. Now, according to the travel agent, do not mention Tibet since your visa might be denied. I was given a well-prepared itinerary made just for this visa application process, which include inland tourist destinations and hotels. Now, when I came to the Visa Application Service Center in Tokyo, some questions were asked, such as what I did for a living or where I would visit in China. So I just showed them the itinerary prepared by the travel agent, and voila! Notification for pickup was issued to the suite. Well, now that the reservation's complete, let the training begin. Oh yeah. So, in October, I picked up Survival Chinese using Duolingo 20 minutes a day. I learned to ask for direction, to count, and of course to bargain. I also started cold shower because, come on, they call it Tibetan hotels, but I bet there's no hot water. I will be lucky if there's any running water at all. Well, now here's a big thing. I bought my first running backpack and I started run commuting. Well, run commuting just means you commute to work by running. So I started running 12 kilometers a day to brace myself for the Tibetan climbs. Imagine this: you wake up every morning to run in the wintry dew. Come on, you can do it. You can do it. Just imagine all the highs you would conquer. I don't care if we are exhausted. Just suck it up and run. Hey, we're getting better. See? So, one windy October morning when I ran to the office, there were only 2 other colleagues in the whole building. Apparently, Typhoon Hagibis has hit Tokyo and caused a massive train delay. I didn't even know there was a typhoon. It was just, some chilling winds on my running path. Now, at this point, I was working 4 days a week, but I do reserve my Thursday for school, preparing my thesis and final coursework. There was a Sunday, it was a Thursday, October the 31st, Halloween. That Halloween night, some Shibuya drunkards managed to turn a coach over, while I managed to turn in my thesis draft for a first review. That night, looking at the glass window of the research room in the library, I distinctly remember the great man. I miss him somehow. So I decided to go to karaoke alone. Funny, in the last few months since the breakup, I grew to enjoy karaoke quite quite a bit. And I even had my go-to songs. It's really funny how heartbreak can teach you to have fun. November came and my dorm manager inquired for my move-out schedule because I was going to graduate soon. And now it just suddenly became so real. I mean, except for Thursday at the library, the dorm was my only student space. The moment I moved out, I would have to assume a new home, a new life, a new identity. And I've been a student forever. Now society will start expecting things. Traveling to Tibet at that point became my ultimate escape. No reminder of the student life transition. No work, no school, no friends. No reminder of the great man. At the end of November, in the company's annual party, I wore a plain black dress and put on a playful pair of earrings. Oh, these ones actually. You see the string of gold and metallic purple leaves? Well, the party was lovely, but I couldn't find the earrings afterwards. Well, don't worry. They'll come back when we least expect them. Whew. December came. In the first week of December, a travel agent suddenly contacted and suggested that I upgrade from a share room to a single room. Apparently, there was no female guests to pair me up with, so I would have to share the room with an Indian man. My mom demanded a room change. There's no way. My dad laughed. Me? I knew it was a money-grabbing scheme. They just want to get money out of me. Come on. Okay, let's just give them the benefits of the doubt. Say this was no scheme. I would have to pay for a single room, while this Indian man, if he ever exists, would pay for a shared room, and we would both get a single room. If one person had to upgrade, why would that person be me? So, no room change, thank you. Finally, the week of the event. Departure date, December 27th, Friday. On Monday the 23rd, I finally realized I pick up strength training, cold showers, Chinese, yet I had not prepared any cold weather outfit. And actually, that's the fourth thing you should do. To Tibet, you have to prepare the gears. Oopsie. Well, luckily, my colleague agreed to lend me his down jacket. Thank you. Now, on Wednesday evening, when I came to pick it up, he made me solemnly swear to protect the jacket with my life because it was unbelievably expensive. If I were to die in the snow mountains, I better have yearly FedEx that jacket back to him. Yeah, that was the message. So, where are you going? My colleague asked. Tibet. Cool. Do you got a new boots, snow boots, and do you have snow boots or backpack? Not yet. Oh, okay. Where are you going? Friday? His eyes widened, and he nodded like a Baba-head doll. I don't know how to do that. Okay. Friday. Friday. I mean, 2 days to go, no boots, no backpack, barely a down jacket. I deserve it. There's this shop, manga. You should check it out, said my concerned colleague. So on Thursday, I rushed to manga in Kichijoji station, just a 15-minute train ride from my dorm. I went in empty-handed and came out with a perfectly fitted pair of warm, sturdy, light boots, a 40-liter bright red backpack, a pair of sunglasses, a neck warmer, a super warm hat, which I love, a pair of thick gloves, and 2 pair of thick, long wool socks. This one. All for $250. What a bargain! That evening, I finally sat down to pack. Everything was divided into the big red and the small purple running backpack. Clothes, money, charger, extra charger, cables, conversion, tickets, information, extra socks, paper, undergarments. I checked everything off my list. And just like that, I fell asleep. Thank you for finishing the 4 months of preparation with me, from booking to paperwork to training to last minute shopping. The next time we see each other, we will be on the road for real. For now, good night.